Hello. I've just pulled these stamps out because I want to stamp some words on these scraps. I've got this little box of this little Tupperware container that I keep on my desk all the time, and whenever I'm using white or off-white, then I throw it in here no matter how big or small it is. Usually it's smaller than this container though, of course. I did pull these out because those are perfect negatives. This is a perfect negative, so these can go on card fronts. But all of these, some of these are really ridiculously small, and some of them are definitely big enough to stamp some words on. So that's my challenge for today, is I want to be working on that. And there's 2 tags that should not be in there. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. So I figured I'd bring you along with me, and I'm going to start from beginning to end. I'm going to go ahead and start stamping all these, and then I'll deal with them, and then I'll make them into some type of clusters. So this will probably be a couple videos, but I figured, why the heck not? That way you can come along with me, and if you've got some word stamps and you've got some little scraps, pull them on out and we can play together. Alrighty. So I just look at the sizes, and these are the words that I use most of the time. So these are all of my favorites. Yep. So happiness is, I like that one. That one's not quite big, but I love this happiness is. So let's do a couple of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That was up a little high, but that's okay. Let's look at it this time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. See, and then I just put them over here to dry. And by the time I'm done doing this, they should all be dry. Alrighty, so let's actually turn this pile over this way. Ha, that's better. Alright, and I'm going to do this, because the bigger ones I do like to get a few verses on if I can, which is nice. Okay, so there's that one. And this has room here, so this one should fit. Ooh, just barely. All right, I'm not going to push it on that, but I'll do this one. This one's cute. This one's fun. Thinking of you. Yep, that's a nice one. All righty. So, and I just go ahead and just put them on there. If they fit, they're on there. Because then I can cut them apart and make them in different shapes or whatever later on. So, oops, here's little squares that have been... This, I'm going to need something smaller. This will fit. You are special. Cha-cha-cha. Perfect. Oh, I could do this one. Yep. Perfect. And this is all I do. Just stamp, 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 stamp until I'm done. All right, thinking of you. And I'll do the same one a few times, because that's okay by me. I like having duplicates, and I do have my bucket that I like to do this and just throw them all in the bucket too. Oh, that shouldn't even be in there. Those are some foamy tabs. Alrighty, you're cool. I like that one. You're so cool. That's got some fur on it. Uh-huh. That's a long one. That's okay. I'm just gonna stick this right in the middle. Sometimes I like to stamp it in the middle, so then I can flag it on either side if I choose to, which is pretty nifty. Okay, here's another long one, so let's do this one. Nice. That one's prints so nicely. We'll do that one again. And people keep asking me, where do I get all my words from? Where do I get all my words from? And I do this a lot because I like to do these ahead of time, because then I tend to use them more often if I've got them stamped out already. I mean, every once in a while, then for a labor of love, then I'll start a card from beginning to end, and I'll actually make a card totally and then pull the stamps out and make it from scratch like that. But most of the time, no, I don't do it like that. Most of the time, I'm using this type of stuff and prepping it beforehand like I'm doing now. And then I can just grab when I need it, which is nice. Alrighty, this is actually just a piece of paper too, but that's okay. That'll work too. Sometimes that's all you need is a piece of paper. There's a little leaf. Is that the little... Yep, that's a little hello. I wonder if that would fit on there. Nope, it won't. That's okay. That can go over there. Alrighty, that's my little teeny hello. You're cool. And sometimes I'll even pull out my alphabets and do those too. Life. But I try to use, like the word life, sometimes it can be kind of tough because the majority of my cards are senior cards for the senior centers. So the word life, it's like, well, you know, how can you make that appropriate? But I like to use that for things like with little baby pictures or cute little animals and stuff like that. I just think that it triggers, you know, because there's so many different parts of our life. And I think that's neat. You can. Oh, I love this one. Lots of hugs. Will that one fit on there? Yep. Yes, it will. Alrighty. Will that fit on there? Nope, that's too wide, but this one should. Yes. This one says, you're some kind of wonderful. I like this one. Let's straight her down on the bottom. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then I can do one on top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There, that gives me 2 on that. All right, that's a layering one. That one's been... The ones that have gone through the folder, then can't really stamp on those. That's a shiny. That's just going to slide, so I'm going to throw that one away. Let's see here. Some long, skinny ones. Oh, I didn't get those long, skinny ones out either, did I? That's okay. I'll use these. Happiness is and friendship is. I'll do happiness is. See, and I like this one. Happiness is. And then I'll do like sending you flowers. I've got a couple images that are holding flowers or a bunch of flowers or whatever. That's fun. Try to be creative, you know? Happiness is holding a baby, or I love holding babies. My girls giggle because every time I hold a newborn baby, I just cry because I'm a big baby. Alrighty, this one. Oh yes, just because that's a rather thin one. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. So today was my granddaughter's birthday. So, and she chose the Sugar Factory for dinner. So, well, for brunch. So we went over there for brunch, and they have, oh my goodness, any drink you order, it's just ridiculous. They're just stupid. They come with so much stuff in them. And this, like for instance, she ordered a milkshake, which was somewhat tame. The milkshakes are the most tame out of all the drinks, I think. But it came in this big frosted glass that had chocolate swirled inside and swirled on the outside of the glass, on the inside and the outside of the glass. And then it was rolled in like little candies, sprinkles, and then it was frozen. And then they pulled it back out, and then they filled it with the milkshake, and oh my goodness, it was just amazing. the stuff that they put in there and the stuff laying on top. She had like candies on top and this great big thick straw. And she was so excited. And I had, of course, whipped cream and a cherry. And my grandson's was, he ordered a French toast. I think they called it, it wasn't an iced coffee. It was a cappuccino or something. It was some coffee flavored drink. It was some fancy coffee, a cold coffee. So anyways, it comes in this big, huge goblet with vanilla frosting all over the outside and the inside, and then rolled in graham cracker crumbs, and then that was frozen, and then there was graham cracker crumbs down in the bottom, and then they filled it up with coffee and cream and whatever else they stuck in there. And then on top of it, oh my goodness, sticking on top was a whole big Belgian waffle that was cut in half, and that was stuck on there. And oh, and it was caramel cream. That's what it was. It was caramel cream. So there was caramel drizzled all over the whole thing, and the cream puffed up on real high. And oh my gosh, it was like and that was his drink for his meal. That was just amazing. But we were like looking at this, and Papa and I were like looking at each other like, oh my gosh. So, but it was so funny to see them try to finish all that. And Riley just drank half of hers, of course, because it was just way too big. Avery did almost finish his. It took him till the end of the meal to finally finish most of it. But in the meantime, we were waiting for our meal to get there, and he and Mommy had ordered 2 different dinners, and 2 different dinners to share. So a club sandwich, which was, oh my gosh, the club sandwich was so big. It was 2 halves that were this long, and it was like, each half was like 2 sandwiches, and then 2 sandwiches, but they were cut in squares, or in triangles rather. So they were this tall. They literally filled up a skewer, and there were 2 whole skewers of it, and they were struggling. They ate half of that, so the other half they couldn't eat. So that was on one plate, and then of course pickles and the relishes and whatever else came on the plate. And then the other thing that they had ordered to share was a strawberry shortcake waffle plate, which was just ridiculous. It was four Belgian waffles with strawberries and strawberry syrup and whipped cream and toppings and crumblies, and oh my goodness, there was no way. They both ate one of the waffles, and they did eat the strawberry part, but the strawberries, because Avery really liked the strawberries. But 2 of the Belgian waffles just were not eaten. And it was like, oh my goodness, it was so, it's kind of a shame because it's such a waste. But we hadn't been before, so it was kind of interesting to go see what it was really like. So, and Riley had ordered oh, it looked gross. It looked gross to me, but she was excited and she said it tasted good. It was the spicy hot Cheetos, and it was a burger. It was a spicy hot Cheetos burger. And so it was the burger and the top of the bun. Then they had the crushed Cheetos with the jalapeno flavor on it, all over it. There were Cheetos, those hot Cheetos inside, on top of the burger. There were so many layers. It was just amazing. So many layers of all kinds of different things that were on there. And I was like, oh my gosh, holy cow. She ate half of her burger. So, and she took the other half of that home. And of course, brother and Mama took their other part of their sandwich home. And the waffles, we all kind of took a few bites of it and left the rest of those there. So Papa had a burger and he could only eat half of his burger. Oh, and I got it was a shaved steak and cheese with mushrooms. Oh, it was so good. And I ate half of mine and had the other half for dinner, so that was yummy. Keep using this same word. I'm getting tired of using this word. There, clean that one, put it back. Let's see. And I'm getting tired of this one. So put that one back. Let's see. Oh, this one is nice. Yes, yes, yes. So, but it was a lot of fun. So, and that was at the Foxwoods Casino. So that was a little bit farther away. That was about a 20-minute drive instead of a 10-minute drive to get to the Mohegan Sun. Because we're right next to Mohegan Sun. Yep. I do this sometimes too. This lets me know, this little piece of paper on here lets me know that this little punch that I have, I can use with these words. So I like to do that, and I just stuck it right on top. And I can also use this punch with these words because they fit. So I've got 2 punches that work. So that's a neat little tip for you. All right, I think I've got this. That's too shiny. That'll just smear with these. Alrighty, I think I might be good with these. Oops, nope, there's a couple more little ones. Sending smiles. Oop, that one got kind of yucky. Alrighty, let's put that one on here. Mucho better. It's always fun to go and do stuff with the kids for their birthday, and they know they get their one special dinner where we take them out and they get to choose where they want to eat. So they really look forward to that. And it's fun because this month, of course, it's my birthday and Riley's birthday and Papa's birthday, so we end up going out 3 times for dinner sometimes. Although I think the kids are going to surprise Papa this year and make them taco dinner. So they're excited to do that. Yep. All right, so the rest of these. All right, and I'm putting these back in here because these ones are just big enough. I might be able to get some of, I do like to punch out flowers. So, and some of these are big enough for that. All righty, and if not, then they get thrown away. See, and here's a little flower right there. Ta-da! Alrighty. There, and I think I can get this. You are special on this piece, yes. And on this piece, yes. And on this piece a couple times. Actually, maybe I'll put it on this side and this side, and then I can get do little fishtails on it. Okay, so I think we are set with this. So let me get these cleaned up, and we will put this back away. This ink just dries right on them, but I do like to try to get them cleaned up as best as I can while I can. Yep. Alrighty. I think we are good. Yes, you can. Will that fit there? Nope. That one will, though. This one will fit here. All right, I don't know how I had them in there, but that's okay. I'll play with those later. Okay, so we're done with the ink. That can go back up there. We're done with these. I can put those away. And these can come back over here. And these can stay there for now. All righty, let me check the time. All right, 20 minutes. So I'm going to get off, and then I'll come back on and I'll do the next step.